Hey everyone, Spencer Jones here, the Prince of Positivity, bringing you another episode of the Jonesin 4 Show. That's right, the show that's here to help you live your life to the max. And today I want to talk about something fundamental, right? It's a solo show today, just you and I hanging out, spending some time together. And I want to talk about something that is, as I said, a fundamental. This is the first and foremost thing that we have to do before we do anything else, right? Before we could change, before we can adjust anything, before we could congratulate ourselves, really anything. This is the first and foremost thing we have to do, and that is to be aware. So we need to have awareness, and awareness in all things of our life. Right? Awareness, as I said, is the first and foremost thing, right? Without it, you can't do anything else. Think about it. Just take a moment to think. If you aren't aware of the things you would like to change about yourself, right? The things that you're not so happy with, well, you don't know what those things are if you're not aware of them, right? You can't change them unless you are aware of it. Even the good things, right? If you're not aware of the good things about you, right? The good things that you like about yourselves or the accomplishments you have, you can't give yourself a pat on the back. You can't, right? Because you're not aware of them. It's out of your sphere, your realm, your sphere is the best word I can think of, right? Of awareness. And that's okay, right? That it could be outside of it. But our goal is, the way to help us live more, get more out of life, is to expand our sphere of awareness, to expand it out and see what it can bring in. Now, when I started to raise my awareness, I realized there are things about me that I really did not like, and things that I tried to bury, things that I tried to hide, I shoved under a rug, and I did not want to change about myself, right? Things from my past, things that I just said, nope, turning a blind eye to, and I needed to face them. Right? Obviously, I talk about positivity all the time, right? Positivity is great. And yes, we need to be positive, but we also need to see that negative, see the darker side, see the troubles, and walk through it when we need to walk through it. Working through those struggles, those hardships, so we can be at our best, so that when we are at our best, we can help others be at their best. We can shine our light brighter, but we can't do any of that until we are aware of it. And when you first start to expand your awareness, not even first start, throughout this journey of expanding your awareness, I'll bet that there'll be some things you'll congratulate yourselves over, good accomplishments, things you've done, awesome things like that, which is great. But I'll bet you that you are going to have more things that you like to change, things that you're not happy with about yourself, right? Little things, big things, medium-sized things, all of it. Right? You are going to have some of those in your life. I personally think that's all of us. I know I have it. Every time I expand my awareness more, I realize more of I'm not so happy with that. Yeah, sure, there's things I like, but man, there's more things that I don't like that I'd like to change, and I need to work on, or I would like to work on, I should say. Right? And that's okay. But I do want to say this, and I hope you hear this, that you are enough. That's right. You right here, right now, the way you are right now, you are enough. Just the way you are. You don't need to do anything, change anything, prove anything to anyone. You are enough. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You are truly incredible. And you are enough. Now, even though we are enough, it's always nice to learn and grow and improve, right? You've probably heard me say this before, but I believe we are these spiritual beings, these energy beings having this human experience. And the goal of our human experience is to vibrate higher, to become more enlightened, if you want to call it that or say it that way, right? To improve ourselves and help other people on our journey. That's why I believe we are here, to improve ourselves and to help others. So, we need to raise our awareness of things that we need to improve and start working on those things. And even though we have those things, we are still enough, right? We are still enough just the way we are. But let's keep growing. Let's keep improving. Let's keep making this world a better place to live. So know that you are enough, first and foremost. And you've congratulated yourself over the awesome accomplishments you've had. Definitely recognize those, right? Give yourself a pat on the back, give yourself some love, right? Don't just criticize, don't just bring yourself down. Give yourself some self-love, right? Be aware of them, embrace them, savor them, enjoy them, right? It's beautiful, it's okay. Enjoy those gratitudes, savor them. And then when it comes to those things that you want to change, things you'd like to improve on, well, you need goals, right? You need a target to go for. What is that target? What does that look like? Well, that needs to be determined by you. Have that target, have that goal, know where you're going. And then you need to start creating that pathway there, right? So it's not just, okay, here's the goal. Okay, now I'm just going to go for it. Well, if you do that, you're probably going to end up all over, right? So think about it this way. If you are at the base of a mountain and you want to go to the summit, right? It can be miles to that summit. You know you want to get there, right? That's your target, but you don't know which pathway is going to take you there. So you just hop in and take any old pathway, maybe making your own pathway. Well, it's going to be harder, right? Especially if you're carving your own pathway, it's going to be harder. If you take wrong pathways, it's going to be longer, right? And you're not going to be going the right way. You might end up on a totally different mountain, on a different summit. Because generally, there's a couple mountain peaks in between, or there's a couple different areas you can go and the trail breaks off and you need to know which way to go. So have a path, know what you need to do. What is your plan? What is your roadmap to success, right? I talk about it in my book, Chase Your Passions, of having that goal, that target, and then creating that roadmap to reach it, right? That trail map, whatever you want to call it, to reach it. I talk about there, but you can come up with it on your own. But make sure you have a game plan. And maybe you don't have all the steps. You know where you want to go, or at least generally, but the clearer, the better. I'm just being honest, right? The clearer, the better you have that. And then keep growing and start building. After you have that thing created, it can be overwhelming looking at the big list. It can be. Then just focus on one step at a time. What's the next step? What's the next step? You're putting one foot in front of the next foot, in front of the next foot, in front of the next. And you just keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going until you reach the summit, until you reach that target. And sure, you might fall, you might stumble, you might slide back on that pathway, on that climb up, and that happens. Pick yourself up, dust off your knees, and keep going. Hey, sorry to butt in like this, but I have something really cool I want to share with you, something that I know it can help you live your life to the max. What am I talking about? I'm talking about a roadmap that gets you to your destination. What do roadmaps do, right? Well, you have your destination. It shows you how to get there, the best way to get to that point. And you know what? That's what I have. What is this roadmap I'm talking about? I'm talking about my book, Chase Your Passion. That's right, you have a passion, you have a destination, you have goals, dreams you want to achieve, but maybe you're confused on how to get there. Maybe you're feeling stuck. Well, my book, Chase Your Passions, is that roadmap. It guides you through how to create that plan, how to create that roadmap, how to get over hurdles so you can have success. So if you're ready to ditch the excuses, if you're ready to get unstuck and ready to have success, to taste success and feel amazing, to achieve your goals and dreams, get your copy of Chase Your Passions. It's available on Amazon, or just head to my website, spencermjones.com. All right. Let's catch y'all later and let's keep chasing our passions. Let's go. Now, here's the thing. Don't go at this alone. Don't go after alone, right? Get yourself accountability partners. Get yourself some support, some guides, some coaches, whatever it is. Whatever it is to help support you, encourage you in the times that you slip, to help you on the pathway. Let me share this story with you. So Katie and I, we love to travel. A number of years ago, before the pandemic, we went to Romania. It was so much fun. It was a blast. We did not speak the language whatsoever, which, we made it through. It was an interesting time, and it was all good, but definitely interesting at moments. Well, we decided it'd be fun to hike in the Carpathian Mountains, the mountain range that they have in Romania. And so we hired a guide to take us there. Now, thankfully, the guy, and he brought his girlfriend, they spoke English. But most people there did not. I wouldn't say most. A handful of people did not. When we were going up the mountain, we ran into gypsies and all these cool people. They did not speak English, right? So we got there and we knew where we were going. Now, Katie and I might have been able to do this ourselves. We could have looked up online and said, okay, we're going to park here and we're going to go up there. And that's where we're going to go, right? Great, we have our target. Cool. But the pathway there, we weren't sure, right? We didn't know. Thankfully, our guide did, right? We hired a person, our guide, to direct us how to get there. Because there were different pathways we could take along the way that would have led us down and over to a whole different mountain, right? But we thankfully didn't, because we hired a guide, right? It was, I kid you not, a 10-mile hike. It was a 12-hour-long hike there and back, just doing the 10 miles. It was slow. It was a struggle at times. And we had the camaraderie of, well, Katie and I being there together. Then we had our guide and his girlfriend there supporting us. And, they were generally good, but we were supporting them a little bit at least too. It was kind of going back and forth. But we had that support. And you can have that support of an accountability partner. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a family member, a spouse, a group on social media, whatever it is, right? Get your accountability. But then also, if you want to really have that success and get there faster, well, get yourself a guide, get yourself a coach, right? That's why we offer our experiences, our 2-month goal experience, our 3-month elite growth experience. That's why we have challenges, those events, to help guide you, to help you on your journey. And whether you use us or you find another guide, I don't care, but I want you to have success. And you could do it without one, sure. But it would be like us saying, okay, we're going to go to that mountain. We have each other for support. And we told people we're going to do this, but we're not sure. We're going to take some wrong ways, right? We're going to end up on different mountains and it's going to take us longer and it could be frustrating at times. So if you like to save yourself some energy, some effort, frustration, get that guide, get that coach, right? But all of this boils down, right? All of this boils down to being aware. And then as you go on your journey, as you are on it, wherever it is, whether you're just starting out or you're almost at the summit, or heck, even at the summit, be aware of what you are feeling. What emotions do you have? Feeling physically, feeling emotionally, spiritually. Go through it. Do a self-check. How are you feeling? How are you doing? Go through. Check in. Just so you know, so you can help yourself and adjust and tweak things as needed. So it's not all of a sudden, oh, I'm in horrible pain or I'm in this dark hole. Stop it before you get there, right? Have that lifeline, check in, see how you're doing, course correct. It's like that saying, if a plane leaves New York heading for Los Angeles, right? Okay, we're going to head west. Cool, right? Hopefully southwest. But if they don't check their compass on the way there, who knows where they're going to go? All right, we're going to head west. Well, they could end up in Oregon, right? They could end up in Alaska. But they keep checking the compass on their flight and adjusting here, adjusting there, every little so often, right? They adjust, so that they end up in Los Angeles. Same thing with you and your goals. Check in, course adjust. With you, with your feelings, your emotions, all of it, right? Your wellness, check in, adjust. What is all that again? It's awareness. So I encourage you to raise your awareness. Start small, right? Think about yourself, maybe just one part of yourself, one section. Maybe it's your physicality, maybe it's your mental state, your emotional state, whatever it is. Or maybe it's, the room around you, the physical space around you, and then expand it out to something else and a little bit more, add a little more, add a little more, and build and build and build. Once I started to grow my awareness and I started to see those things and I started working on myself, started forgiving myself, my life got happier. I realized that I wasn't forced into doing so many things. I had lots of choices, but I didn't realize I had those choices, so it felt forced. Once I raised my awareness, my enjoyment of life went up. Once I raised my awareness, I started to live my life to the max that much more. So I encourage you to raise your awareness. And if you would like help with doing that, right, to have a guide, to have support, I'm here for you. Reach out. Send me an email, spencer@spencermjones.com. Hit me up. Talk about our experiences, our events, whatever. Even if you just want to chat, I'm there for you. All right? So keep being you, keep shining and sharing your light with the world. All right? Thank you for being you, and I will catch you in the next episode of the Jones and 4 Show. So until then, I'll catch you later.